Welcome to International Day of Persons with a Disability event here that Scope is running. We have an exciting event today, but before we go into that, I've managed to nab Denise West, who is manager of pretty much everything here at Scope. No, she is the general manager of Scope's North Division and also statewide services. And before we started today's event, I wanted to ask Denise some questions about what today's event is all about and why you're putting it on.
Oh look, Scope is celebrating International Day of Disability to celebrate the achievements of all people with disabilities, but specifically some of the work that's been done by our staff, leading the development of an e-learning module around training and awareness of disability education, but also the work that's being done with the communication access symbol in Victoria and nationally. So today is a day of celebration and we're bringing organisations together to learn more about how to be inclusive and welcoming of people with disability.
And how can they do that specifically? Do you have any tips or goals that you want them to get out of today?
Yeah, look, I think for many people actually not being concerned about disability and being welcoming, but more importantly tips like when someone has a communication difficulty, looking at the person directly, speaking directly to them, and also not pretending to understand them when they are speaking. Some people might use speech generating devices or a talking machine. Some people might have speech that's difficult to understand, and rather than pretend to understand them, people with disabilities ask them to repeat it, let them know if they haven't been understood.
Why do you think people do feel nervous or unsure about engaging people who do need aids to speak or communicate in different ways?
Look, Susan, I think it's just people don't know what to do. They feel anxious and they don't want to do the wrong thing. So I think the answer is about education and information around interacting with someone who might have a communication difficulty, and not to be nervous. Have a go.
Yeah.
You know. Speak directly to them, not their support person. Look at them and let them know when you can't understand them. And I think all of those things are really positive ways to include people with disabilities.
And also pretty straightforward ways. These are not things that require individuals or companies to bring in expensive equipment or have 2 years of training. It seems pretty simple, straightforward human interaction.
It is. It is. Although there are also some services who have actually gone the extra mile and been awarded Scope's communication access symbol, and they've actually been accredited as meeting some minimum standards. So those organisations and services might have communication tools at their front counter. They might have a communication board. They might also have done some staff training so that staff actually have the skills as well as the resources to communicate with all members of the community.
And is Scope's goal that lots of organisations would have that symbol and that training?
Absolutely. We currently have over 200 services that have been awarded in Victoria alone, the communication access symbol. We're rolling it out nationally, and ideally I'd like to see every community service awarded a symbol.
I think that is a good and a reasonable goal for International Day of Persons with a Disability today in 2017. Come back at 11:30 because we're going to give you some more insights and tidbits about how the event goes. See you then.